Dice.
Turn the backup
One
on. Let's get
second.
back in the right place.
Oh, how terrible. I've already grabbed my dice.
Mm.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Boom. There's the backup. Looks like it's working. Hopefully it is. And then the other backup. There we go.
Kevin, how did the game go tonight?
What's that?
How did the game go tonight?
First one was over quickly, which meant I get to relax for a bit. The second
No.
one was surprisingly competitive,
Oh,
pleasantly competitive. Yeah, games that are competitive are more fun. It's the games I really don't enjoy are the walkathons, where you got kids who can't pitch, and it's just walk after walk after walk.
ah,
Yeah, this one they had 3 or 4 kids pitching, all of whom could throw strikes consistently. It just
that,
makes life so much better. And that second one ended 2-1, which you don't see very often in Little League. And I don't think either team scored after the first inning.
All right. There's Miss Ambrose.
Yep. Okay, so where did we leave off? We'll get at least a little something in tonight.
Saturday, either early afternoon or late morning. I don't recall which. After getting the book out of Monmouth Hall. No, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
We,
handing it over
so,
to Miss Ambrose so that she can
Yes.
save us, all of us, with an answer of how to stop this thing that we think snuck through. Um,
And you've
yeah.
got 6 days now, I believe.
It's next Saturday, the 29th. So,
Yep.
yes, is
So
the
we
6
actual
days.
thing.
also had a call from visiting royalty, basically confirming that Nyarlathotep will arrive in
Oh,
some
yeah,
way, shape,
he
or
showed up,
Yeah.
form.
we think.
Wearing
Well,
gold suit.
And I
How
can't
naughty.
get the lawyer to freaking call everything off and save all our lives. So,
yeah, no, he won't. He won't do that.
no, he won't do that. He doesn't care if we die. I see how it is.
Oh, he
Um,
cares very much. So he's trapped between the terror of what he's about to do and the fear of being destroyed socially and economically.
he just wants to see how it turns out. I know. Uh, we've got to talk to Mrs. Stevenson at some point about Keynes, the Dr. Keynes, trying to figure out who he is. We've got to investigate Driscoll and find out possibly if we can why he was killed, what he was doing in the building, blah 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 blah. I want to talk to O'Brien and some of our downtime. We don't have to role play it, but I just want to talk to O'Brien about our practices and see if we can't do a joint practice. But that's kind of
Yeah.
just a role. I mean, it's not even a role play thing. It's just something I'll be doing at some point.
Yep. Okay, so where to begin then? Say Saturday afternoon.
Hmm.
So you have basically essentially 7 days from right now.
Wait, what time is the reading supposed to be? I don't know if we know that. We know the date, but I don't think I ever got a time.
I don't think anyone asked, but if you ask Mr. Bartholomew, he can tell you that it's to take place at 6 p.m.
All right, say I do that at some point
Yeah, easy to do.
Saturday or some point during the next few days.
Yeah, so it's to be at 6 p.m. Saturday. You've also, I believe, did learn from him that the mirror is supposed to be there,
Yes, the
and
mirror.
he's hired workmen to move it.
He's moving the mirror, so we got to break in the apartment and break the mirror. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's supposed to
So
be
if you
there.
want,
We're supposed to meet in the conference room. There's a conference room in Monmouth Hall, specific like
yeah,
conference room to do all this stuff in.
yeah,
I learned that. I shared everything I learned with the group, or I
yeah,
will if I haven't already.
yeah. It's a conference room that they simply call the chamber.
Sounds
Yeah,
ominous.
Yeah,
it is.
it
So
has
we are
it has a
doomed.
west-facing window, which is nice for afternoon meetings,
Mm.
and
What is
is equipped
this?
for.
June.
It's the kind of place that's normally that for those of you who've been here, like you,
Six
for
o'clock.
instance, the
Okay.
chamber at Monmouth Hall is a place the faculty often held afternoon meetings after classes.
Hmm.
Mm.
So, holding a meeting there, not unusual at all. This kind of meeting on a Saturday, sort of unusual. If it was a faculty meeting on a Friday, it would be perfectly normal. Except not. Oh, and if you want access to the mirror again, Mr. Bartholomew arranged for workers. They're apparently going to move it on Monday.
Ooh.
Mm.
I have some very bad plans, but I don't think Dr. Payne would suggest them because they're dishonest. Like paying those guys a lot of money just to take that mirror and disappear.
So you have basically, if you want to do something to the mirror, you're going to need to do it today or tomorrow, because the workmen are going to come on Monday and move it.
Right. Okay. Well,
We retrieved. Sorry, just to double check, we retrieved the scroll from the office. Yes.
the book that Miss Ambrose has, the
I have it.
Egyptian book. It's in hieroglyphics.
Yeah, it's the.
I have a scroll from Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
I pocketed
That's the
that.
one that
You can
simply
have
announced
it. Here you go.
Yeah, that's the one that simply announces he's coming.
Yes.
The
in
book is
hieroglyphics. You might as well take it.
I believe that book was the Revelations of Thutmose.
Tutmosis' Proclamation.
Thutmose's Proclamation.
Or Tutmose
I just
funerary
wrote Tutmose.
text. Yeah.
Not very helpful.
So,
also known as the Tutmose funerary text.
So yeah, you have that now, Miss Ambrose. That book's in your possession. Connor?
And I haven't read it fully, have I?
No, you just got it.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Half an hour ago, or whenever we grabbed it out of there. That's right. We snuck in to Monmouth Hall through the basements, and then we snuck back out.
Yes.
And there was definitely the presence there, and you guys got out of there before, it noticed you.
Yeah, it seems to be focused in his office. It comes out.
Yeah,
but I'm wondering if...
What do you mean
there,
by
but it has been encountered in other places.
I wonder if
the presence
Driscoll's
Oh, I think. Sorry.
Say that again, Baker.
Is you mentioned the presence? I wasn't here last session, so I'm playing.
Oh crap! We have to fill him in on a couple things. Because Baker, remember, he had that fit and fainted, and he never woke up for a day, or he was he was all messed up. So, quick recap. Somebody visited what's-his-face, Bartholomew, and brought a scroll that says, "I got your message and I'll be there." Signed, Nyarlathotep. And I ran outside to try to spot this guy, but he was already gone. We went into Monmouth Hall and we got a book.
But hold on, but you did get a description of the messenger.
Yes, he was a swarthy Mediterranean fellow, possibly Egyptian, very tall, good-looking, I'm assuming.
He didn't say anything about that. He just said he was very tall.
He's very
but
tall.
We can come to our own conclusions.
Yeah, and was wearing a gold
suit. That's right.
And smoky tinted glasses.
Yep. He's
Personally,
the devil.
I can't wait for Josh to romance him somehow.
Oh my God! So
and yes, he did say he was very tall. He did not say anything about his appearance other than that. Other than
I'm
he was
assuming
swarthy
he's
and tall.
We've decided.
You can assume that if you like.
We also snuck into Monmouth Hall using a back gate, which I still have the key for. I haven't returned it yet. That is the only way to get in there right now. And we got into Wibble's office. We stole a bunch of books, handed most of them to Bartholomew. But were you here when we went to the bookstore, Josh?
Which bookstore?
A little occult shop. Owned by a little man.
Yeah, Constantine Pearsall.
Pearsall's, yes.
Yes, it's a small man.
I think I remember that name, yes.
I paid him some money to pay off Dr. Wibble's debts.
Yeah.
So I took that book. That book's full of hieroglyphics. It's the last book that Wibble bought or used. So we handed over to Miss Ambrose, who... Oh, you haven't met Miss Ambrose yet. We're going to have to do that, too.
Ooh, very true.
Hi, Josh.
I'm giving you just the lowdown, but we can do a little role play to get you to meet her and all that stuff. But we hand that book over to her because she's actually very good with hieroglyphics and archaeology or anthropology or something that dealing with Egyptians.
That's why she was invited to join when
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth realized he has a cousin, I think.
Yes, it's his cousin.
Who knows something about hieroglyphics and went, wait, hold on a sec, we're dealing with that. I'm going to write her and see if she can help us. And it took a while for the messages to cross her path. and then for her to find you guys.
There was a gentleman who was like eyeing her that we were kind of suspicious about at Dr. Kane's. Um, I talked to Pearsall, and who did we talk to? We talked to somebody. I think it was what's his face, the other doctor that I'm working with, um, Martell Thomas, who was asking all these questions like, well, why was Driscoll targeted? What was he doing there? What was he doing? Why was he killed? Wrong place, wrong time. Was he targeted? Um, did the killer seek him out? And all these questions came up, and I was like, these are really good questions, and I hadn't thought of them. So,
Yeah. We don't know why Arthur Driscoll was murdered.
Oh yeah, a student was murdered in Monmouth Hall. I don't know if you were here for that. And his ribs were broken, and his chest was crushed, and his neck was broken when someone basically kicked him up a flight of stairs.
Whoa.
You think the someone in question is the thing that's been...
It's got to be, or it's four guys who are using bar stools as weaponry, which is fairly unlikely.
And then left unnoticed.
Yeah, and then vanished. I think
that seems unlikely as well.
That's the main things that we did. I talked to Pearsall a little. O'Brien apparently saw it when he was in there. I want to talk to him some more.
Yeah, Pearsall encountered the thing at his store. He was also at the tavern where you guys. Oh, was it the King's Arms? I think.
Yeah, we went for dinner.
Which is favored by the faculty.
Yeah.
And of course, a number of the faculty deal with Pearsall for reasons legitimate and otherwise.
And you came with us after the murder. You came with us to. We managed to talk our way to get into Wibble's office. As soon as we opened the door, we knew the thing was there, and your character fainted. Basically, was how we dealt with that because you were actually literally asleep. I think. So, you fainted, and you've been having nightmares and haven't been very communicative with us since then. Come on now. So that's
okay.
And then we can info dump some of this on you right now once you come to your senses.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Does Baker just sort of like wake up, wander out, and find us with a completely new party member that he doesn't recognize?
We're probably going back to either. Well, where are we going to go? We just did the Monmouth thing.
Yep.
And I went off to talk to Bartholomew, and you guys went either to Trinity or to wherever Miss Ambrose is staying.
She's staying at St. John's.
St. John's. But I don't remember where you guys went off the top of my head.
Yeah, so we went back to Trinity. I think we dropped, they dropped us off or whatever, and or something like that. I forget the exact details of how it happened, but
so you've returned to you've made your way to the Trinity Hall guest house then, which is where you guys have rooms. It is worth pointing out, by the way, that is this all of you then as a group going to Trinity Hall?
I went to talk to Bartholomew for a little bit, so I'll head back there once I'm done with Bartholomew.
I believe I stayed with my cousin because I was impaired after an accident upstairs.
Oh, okay, so did you two join them at Trinity, or are you staying at St. John's, or have you gone somewhere else?
I'm staying at St. John's for tonight, I believe.
Okay. So two of you have returned to St. John's. The two of you have gone back to Trinity Hall guest house.
Yeah,
and
so I guess
Dr. Payne will join the other two at Trinity shortly. So you're at this point in two groups about 5 minutes apart.
Okay, great.
Yeah, remember it's not far, and both buildings have a staff of servants. So if you need to send a message to the other building, you can simply ask a servant to carry it down the street,
or yell so loud.
You might be a little beyond yelling distance.
But
you are definitely in somebody walking down the street distance.
I don't know. Have you heard me yell?
Not yet.
Okay, fair.
Well, if I see Baker's around, I'll try to fill him in on what happened since he fainted. Just give him just a quick what I just basically said.
Yeah. What's next on the agenda then? Once you've got people up to speed, gotten people back to those who want to lay down for a bit, as some of you might.
I would like to start reading.
Okay, so you're going to start into that book.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Oh, I hope there's an answer in that book.
Okay.
I nearly died for it.
Is that just a you thing for the moment?
I had assumed so. I don't think my dearest cousin can read it.
I can provide translations using. I have a dictionary that I can help with. Essentially, I can be your gopher looking things up and just doing any sort of support necessary.
You have 2 dictionaries, Edgeworth.
This is true.
Because
I can compare dictionaries.
you have that one from that crazy guy in London that I had forgotten all about, who's probably going to come here and try to kill everybody. And
That's
you
right.
also have Wibble's annotated one, which I don't know if anybody's actually. Somebody was reading that.
Yeah. So the first one is Major Thornhill, Kirk Thornhill.
That's what I forgot.
You've got a copy of Thornhill's Guide to Hieroglyphs. We also know that he is more than a little mad, and occasionally has threatened his servants with a sword or a pistol. We also know he's on a half pay from the 1st Lifeguards Regiment.
And he wants to cut Wibble's heart out.
And he apparently would like to cut Wibble's heart out at some point. Yeah, because, that's a thing he wants to do. The other dictionary you have is Wibble's original copy of Kirchner's Oedipus Aegypticus, which is heavily annotated by Wibble's own hand.
It could definitely be useful.
That book is not useful to you unless you also have Latin.
I do have Latin.
Itself is in
I don't.
I have Latin.
Wibble's annotations are in Latin too, right?
Yeah, yes, they are.
Read that book, Edgeworth. Find our secrets out.
So the 2 of you could team up there. As one of you can handle the Latin and one of you can handle the hieroglyphs.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay, good. So they're busy on that.
So you guys can team up on that. What
Go
about the
team
rest?
go.
Yeah.
Team up.
I want to go over to the St. John's guest house to talk to O'Brien.
Where they're sitting there, where they're getting to work.
I'm not going to bother them. They're busy. But I want to go talk to O'Brien.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to role play it or not. We don't have to. But I just want to talk to him about try to calm his nerves a little, but I'm terrible bedside manner. But also talk to him about a joint practice. Let him know that I'm sincere about this, about offering this to him, because I know I'm not going to say it, but I know he's in trouble as far as like his practice is going, because he is Irish. And also kind of lay down the tracks for my infirmary idea in Limehouse and get his opinion on that.
Okay. Now the nice thing here, and like I said, this will probably be several hours of back and forth, so I'm not going to play it all out. But the nice thing about that is talking about something like establishing a practice, a clinic at Limehouse. In other words, bringing him back to his professional career is starting to help him calm down.
Fantastic.
You are welcome to make a reassure roll with advantage.
Man. With a bonus die?
Yes.
Okay. My reassure is not good. I have terrible bedside manner.
I know.
Dr. Wibble's a huge nerd. No.
Reassure is a good skill to have.
I know.
It really is.
I have it.
I have
bonus die.
With the bonus, it's a 58 out of 10. So big fail, but not a crit fail.
As long as you're talking professional stuff, you've got him calmed down.
Okay, great.
But the point is that it lasts only as long as you're talking about professional stuff.
Then I'm not going to bring up what he saw or what happened to him.
Yeah, so you won't be able to get anything. You won't be able to get anything else out of him in that regard. So he's perfectly rational to talk about plans for a clinic, about helping the poor, but bring up anything else and whoo!
Nah, I won't then.
Not gonna happen.
I want to talk about a potential joint practice between the two of us, but in the clinic and the infirmary thing is completely separate from that.
Yeah, so those things. What about the rest of you? That leaves 2 others, I believe.
Driscoll. Find out about Driscoll.
Can't even think of.
All right, let's go find Driscoll.
If you guys need a moment, I will jump back to those who are doing the research.
Driscoll's dead, by the way, but we need to find out what he was doing in Monmouth Hall.
Oh, okay.
And
that's the student. That was the student.
The student that died.
Okay.
Was there a reason that he died? Maybe somebody around campus knows. Maybe he was messing around in Wibble's office or something. I don't know. See if you can find anything you can about Driscoll and why, not why he was killed per se, but just what was he up to and that kind of thing.
Why was he in Monmouth Hall at the time?
Yeah, basically. What kind of
We'll jump back to those. We'll jump back to those doing the research for the moment, then, and you two figure out how to tackle the Driscoll matter. So, those of you who are digging into the proclamation of Tutmos and the Oedipus Egypticus, you're going to want to make yourself an appropriate language roll.
Yeah.
To do this quickly. In other words, if you have at least 25, you'll be able to read this. This is really about how much can you get done in a certain time frame. If you had months to do this, this would be easy. You don't.
See. Oh wait.
What's that?
Is 0 good on the hundreds die? That's good, right?
What did you get on the ones die?
4.
Yes, that's very good.
That's
great.
Good.
I
Zero,
did so
double
well, guys.
0 is bad. Double 0 with 4 is very, very good.
3 zeros, although I have my theory on that, but I think I've told it to Andy, but I'm not going to confuse anyone at this point. So
yeah, 3 zeros are bad. 2 zeros plus another number is good.
Awesome.
Is that an extreme success one?
Well, what's your skill at hieroglyph?
It's 26.
Yeah, that's an extreme.
That's an extreme success.
Five would be an extreme success.
Yeah. So yes. And Graham, how'd you do?
Okay. I am going to spend 2 luck to get a normal success.
Love you, cousin.
In this instance, my cousin is running away from me, and I am playing desperate catch up.
Okay. Well, here's the thing then. And by the time Saturday night comes around, you guys will be working into the night. One, it's clear that Wibble's notes on the Oedipus Egypticus are focused on things having to do with what's in the Tutmos. In other words, he's connecting the dots, looking for what Tutmos knew, and thinks that what he needs is the proclamation of Tutmos. So what you've got here is pointers to where you want to go in the proclamation. In that's where it starts to get useful, especially with that extreme success. So what you've got here is, first and foremost, is a series of, they look at first like negative confessions, a type of tomb text, where it's intended to be spoken by the dead, that says, I did not do this sin. I did not cheat anyone. I did not lie. I did not take what wasn't mine. In other words, I behaved morally through my life. So it starts like that, except the texts then start to get weirder. I did not extend my mind. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. I did not pass the field of reeds. And remember, Wibble talked about passing the field of reeds. And as as you're digging further into this, it starts to make sense. The negative confessions, these are charms, spells, essentially, if you want to think of them that way. And at the core of this, well, I don't know how you feel about this, but first off, you should make a sanity roll.
Dang.
Both of us? Just
right.
No, just...
Okay, let's see what my sanity is.
Mythostome.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So you did make it?
Oh, no, I haven't made it yet. I thought you were just saying my name.
Please do.
I think it's good, because I got another 0 on the 100.
Okay.
These dice like me, I guess. But 9.
So 9 will definitely be a success. So you'll lose only 1 point of sanity.
Yippee! Okay.
And you are, with an extreme success, free to add the spell Contact Nyarlathotep to your spell list. Oh, okay. That's what
This is very
the
exciting.
Tutmost contains. Yep.
Holy shit!
Yeah. In other words,
can
this
contact
is
them.
what Wibble was putting together.
Can they reverse it?
It's a contact spell.
Oh yeah, okay. It's not a summon. Damn it.
No, you can't
Yeah.
summon that thing. You can
I just
contact
have
it.
them on speed dial.
But
Um,
more importantly, what you can also draw from this is the sense of what Wibble was thinking. He did
You
this,
mentioned-
except
you mentioned
he didn't
the field
have
of
the
dreams.
Tutmost Proclamation. So he did it a different way. And that's where the problem was. Doing it using the Tutmost Proclamation, you can contact Nyarlathotep without risking what he did. What he did,
That's good.
yeah, what he did was he reached out more directly, basically cobbling together a variant of this spell. The mirror is clearly involved, although it's not mentioned in this text. And from what you're drawing from this, between what you've seen and what he did, because he did it the way he did it, that's where he left the space that the thing, call it APEP, came through. Or to put it in plain English, your best weapon against the thing may actually be the mirror.
Interesting.
Because now you've got a good grip of how he did it and how he should have done it. What you've got in the Tutmos is what he should have done.
Right.
What you've got in his apartment is do it yourself, contact Nyarlathotep, with every bit the bad idea that implies. Yeah, apparently do it yourself, contact deity spells are really not the world's best plan.
No.
Yeah. No, for reasons.
Agreed.
Oh, also you can add 3 to your Cthulhu mythos.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, extreme successes, they pay off like this.
Oh my gosh.
This is not
I
the
should get
good
them
thing
more
you
often.
think it is.
Yeah,
Don't forget
it is a good thing and it is not, all at the same time.
Don't forget to put a little check mark next to your skill because you did succeed, so that can improve.
Yeah. Put it, check mark next to your
in
hieroglyph skill.
hieroglyphics. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, guided by this, what Edgeworth is getting from the Egypticus is basically the comparison point. In other words, it's the two of you working together. Now comes 9 p.m. and you do have a potential issue, which is
Oh, I'm going back home. I'm in bed.
I know you're heading home. Now, no, the issue has to do with the fact that Mr. Edgeworth is visiting she is a relative.
Yeah.
St. John's Hall generally does not approve of male visitors remaining in the women's guest house after 9 p.m.
Yes.
Does make sense.
So you may have to cut short your work here. Fortunately, with an extreme success and a regular success, you've gotten a lot done.
Yeah.
Cousin, I fear I must leave you. The hour grows long, and I fear there may be some
Scandal.
Yes, it might be scandalous if they found me creeping around the woman's dormitory after 9.
I always forget about that. Right. Yes.
Yes, well.
Well then, pleasant evening. Goodbye.
Wait, did
See you tomorrow, cousin.
Did Illingsworth and Baker find out anything about Driscoll?
We're about to get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was that's what you did. You were talking to O'Brien. Ambrose and Edgeworth were working on the text. Baker and Illingsworth, meantime, you guys went to find out more about Arthur Driscoll. So how do you plan to do that?
Probably going to try to go about the campus of see what the word from the students or whatever is. Yeah, or whatever.
Maybe
college.
Maybe
bar or something. Pub.
Does this school have like
if you're
schedule?
dealing with the students,
Oh,
you're going to.
Sorry, I think Josh wanted to say something. Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
go,
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Josh,
Just wondering.
we can't hear you.
We're just so this can
Josh
we
seems to be on mute.
can we
I
get
don't know why.
Driscoll's
I
schedule?
had to turn him up, Kevin. I had to turn him up at the beginning, so maybe you had him turned down at some point.
He's apparently maybe he's muted at my end.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Okay.
Okay, Josh, say something now.
Hello.
There you are. Okay. For some reason, you were muted at my end. I don't understand that. But
That's why he was interrupting you earlier, Josh. Kevin, you were talking over Josh a lot when you were on your phone.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't hear him.
And I was like, what is going on? But you had probably muted him because remember last time when he fell asleep and all them weird noises started coming through? And
yeah. Sorry.
We were scared.
So,
it was
sorry,
scary.
I didn't realize I had muted you. My fault.
Did I snore?
We don't know what that noise was. It was. I thought your phone was ringing. It was like this weird grumbling.
Oh, yes, I did call you. That was me. I was trying to wake you up.
So that's probably why Kevin muted you, and I had you turned down a little bit too. I had to turn you up a little bit.
Okay, so sorry about that.
Point being, so first off, I heard one of the characters mention the Field of Reeds.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's been said in game or not, but isn't the Field of Reeds the Egyptian afterlife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The point is that the Field of Reeds is supposed to be the good one.
Yeah,
and Wibble claimed that he would go to a place that was better.
Okay.
That's what he meant by passing the Field of Reeds.
And now that we're looking for Driscoll, my first step was going to try to find a way to get his itinerary or something, his class schedule.
Ah. Okay. How to do that, though?
Probably go to admin or...
Well, the thing about universities in these days is they don't have much administration. Today, universities have more administration than faculty or sometimes students, I think. Here, it's really just faculty and students. There's very little in the way of administration. Yeah, it sounds nice. Sorry.
You could ask after the students who knew him. They might be able to know his schedule and give you a better idea.
That's probably your best bet. Either ask the students who knew him or speak to the professors whose lectures he was attending.
All right.
So they're going two different routes. Illingsworth and Baker are?
Apparently. Cool. So one dealing with the students, one dealing with the faculty.
Yeah.
Each of you is going to want to make an appropriate social skill. I would recommend charm.
What about persuade?
Or persuade.
Intimidation.
I would not recommend intimidate.
No.
Grease the palms. Buy some beers.
Just punch him.
Yeah. Go up to the biggest guy in the room and deck him.
Yeah.
Nerds.
My persuade is a bit higher. They're not the highest.
I rolled a 4 on my persuade, which is an extreme success.
Damn.
Influence.
And Josh, how about you?
What with the dice?
Man, it's getting easy.
I haven't rolled yet. That's why.
Valid.
Okay. And
pretty sure my dice were pretty cold like the last couple game sessions. So
true, you earned it.
I don't think that's an extreme, but it is a hard success.
Ooh.
Okay. So the two of you, I'm going to simplify again because it's going to be a bunch of walking and a lot of talking. But the two of you collectively will discover that Arthur Driscoll was a kind of perpetual student. That is to say, he had family money, a tendency towards womanizing and gambling, and no desire to leave the university and enter what laughingly people later would call the real world.
How old was he?
24.
Oh, it's not bad.
Ancient.
He was in his 7th year. Remember, a lot of people start university at 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, okay.
So, 24, he's a 7th year student who has not matriculated and clearly had little to no intention of doing so until his family cut him off, which they hadn't done yet. Although, with the level of success you guys have, some of his friends believe that that was coming. That his father was going to insist he either join the army, find a job, or get elected to parliament. In other words, to do something useful and stop doing this. But that problem
university
has now
is so
been,
much fun.
yeah, well, he's a perpetual university student. That problem has now been solved. He will now do none of these things.
So what was he studying though? Like, what's the last thing he was studying? Why was he in
what was his
Monmouth
current
Hall? Yeah.
Oh, so apparently when he arrived, he read law, decided he didn't like that. He had since moved through many of the lectures offered on theology, and apparently once got in an actual fight, like a shouting match, with one of the professors of divinity, whose name I am trying to remember. Oh, not Stevenson. The other fellow. Professor Keynes, thank you, the divinity who taught divinity, because he was a champion, apparently, of the Baron de Holbach on materialism. De Holbach is basically talking about atheism.
Okay.
So apparently he decided to quote de Holbach in a divinity class, and that got Dr. Keynes to use some choice language. Thus was the end of his studies in divinities. From there, he apparently drifted for a bit, read a variety of subjects and accomplished nothing. But the part that you care about is what he was doing in the last term. Apparently, he had become close with Dr. Wibble. Largely, probably, it is implied, because he was running out of faculty who would tolerate him. And Dr. Wibble apparently was running out of students who would put up with his shit. So, hey, look at that. Two guys who kind of found each other.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
What he was doing in the building that day, that's the tricky part. Because several of his friends will offer you conflicting views. For instance, some people you meet claim that what he was doing was going to Dr. Wibble's office, intended to take something from there or put something there. They're not sure which. Others claim that he was simply wandering through the building looking for something Dr. Wibble had hidden, although they have no idea what it is or where such a thing might be hidden. As for the faculty, their general belief is that he was actually planning on meeting with another student, and Dr. Keynes is convinced that Arthur Driscoll was planning on meeting with another student for an intimate tryst. So Keynes is convinced that Driscoll was, one, gay, and two, having an affair with a fellow student. Keynes hated him not for being gay, but for being atheist. Shitting on his divinity studies.
Okay.
I mean,
and it may be that Keynes is willing to tell you that because he doesn't like him. He does not know who the other student is, and he would tell you if he did.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, listen, it turns out shitting on someone's life work doesn't make you any friends.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
who knew? When you literally shit on someone's career, they don't like you for reasons.
So when they come back to Trinity that night, we can info dump everything we learned to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
So
answers
there
the
is
Driscoll
definitely
question.
there is definitely a connection. Whether any of the rest of it is true, we
Right.
don't know.
There's some
But there is
connection,
definitely
which makes
Driscoll was
sense.
almost certainly Wibble's last would-be apprentice.
Yeah.
Like, good bet, had Wibble lived a bit longer, he would have taken him in and used him as an assistant, same way he used the rest
Yeah.
of you.
Okay.
It also means that the thing may have recognized him,
Right. Check.
which may explain why he was targeted.
Check. Check. There's a lot off that list there.
And that will take us into Sunday.
Yeah. I'm gonna suggest I'm gonna ask who talked to Mrs. Stevenson before. The
I don't
lady,
believe
the
it.
gossip lady at Wibble's apartment house.
Yeah.
Somebody talked to her. It was
I
Edgeworth
don't
or
remember who.
Yeah,
Illingsworth?
that
Or
was me. That was me.
you.
Yeah, I don't have it down.
So I'm going to suggest that you go
And
talk
it's
to
just
her sometime soon about Lucian Keynes, and see what you can find out about him in connection to, well, not even connection to any of this. Just what does she know about him? Because he was a divinity. No, he was divinity, and her husband was
he teaches.
theology, right?
Yeah,
Or was it
they
the other way
teach
around?
the same thing basically.
Just see if you can find anything out you can about Keynes, because he's pretty keen, no pun intended, to
Your smirk suggests otherwise.
yes,
Miss Stevenson is also a perpetual gossip. If Baker and Illingsworth tell us about,
they did.
oh yeah, okay,
Because you're
good.
at Trinity
Good.
right now with us, right? You're not staying
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So we
Yeah,
all,
I would
and
come back. Yeah.
Sunday morning when we get together with Miss Ambrose, I want to info dump everything that we've learned to her. Or next time we see
Okay.
her, make sure that we give all this information to her as well.
Well,
But
Yeah,
anyway,
easy.
go ahead.
grab your breakfast and then call on her at St. John's.
Oh yeah, let's do that. And check on Brian that morning too. Blah, make sure he's okay. But
Yes, for a certain
Yeah.
value of okay, which isn't really.
Yeah, no, I was thinking I could bring my cousin to talk with Miss Stevenson's, both about Keynes to learn more about him, but also she's a bit of a gossip in the neighborhood. If Driscoll was getting sloppy with this illicit meeting with this person, it's possible that there might be more work, like more threads we could pull on there, and that person might know more about Driscoll's connection with Wibble.
Or like what he was trying to find.
Exactly.
If there really
I
was
mean,
a hidden thing.
right.
Yeah,
If there was one.
if there was a lover, who better to confess your secrets to?
Do you tell us, Edgeworth? Did you and Miss Ambrose like confer about the fact that she thinks this mirror might have something to do with dealing with the thing that's in Monmouth Hall? Did they
I
get
would
that far?
info dump unless my cousin gave me a reason to otherwise.
No.
Okay.
Okay, then I would
Yeah.
I would
How?
explain.
That's my
Yeah,
question.
I would give a rough approximation of the information as soon as possible, and then once we reunited with my cousin, who understands it better than me, frankly, because they got the
Okay.
experience success, I would defer to their expertise and allow them to explain.
Yeah,
Okay.
the truth is, you're not sure exactly how the mirror figures in, but
Mhm.
since the mirror was instrumental to what Wibble did, and is
Mhm.
not part of the actual contact spell you learned, it's the wild card. It's the element. Well, plus of course all the hieroglyphs, although we don't know if those are valuable. But the mirror is certainly the element that stands out as the thing that doesn't belong.
Does Edgeworth have this
Okay.
information to give me that morning before we go over to meet with his cousin? Or is this
I would have
information we'll get from his cousin?
that would be more information that you get
I think
from.
you're going to get it from her.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So we have breakfast over
Yeah,
there with her. We find this out. Is that
Yeah,
correct? And then my question
That's
is,
we'll be doing.
would
yeah,
Dr.
sorry.
Wibble have written down his spell somewhere that you could understand it better?
That's a great question, actually. I would turn to my his annotated Egypticus.
It's probably actually in the annotations.
Oh,
Exactly.
Thank God. Oh my God, thank God. That's right,
Uh,
because he was figuring the spell out before he got hold of. Okay.
Yeah, because remember,
that's
he
my
never
question.
saw the Tutmosis Proclamation,
And if
or I should say, didn't have time to really read it.
so, it might be in there. It might be in the Egypticus.
yes.
If
With
it
that
is,
information, can I thumb through it as we're talking just to get an idea?
is there any way to reverse something like that?
There's no
Be
way to
my
do that by
next
thumbing through it.
Oh yeah,
The
you're gonna.
notes are scattered. The notes are scattered across the whole text.
God
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll need to take more time with it, but that's a great idea, Doctor.
You've got hundreds of pages with little handwritten notes that are going to probably need to be assembled like a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh my God.
Baker also speaks Latin, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to
In
be a
that case,
tedious task.
in that case, I'd probably confer with Baker.
So do I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how
and-
three of us can read one, but rip some pages out. Let me. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, that might be helpful.
I mean, one of us could we could assemble some additional supplementary text. We could pour over it, each getting different perspectives on the same
I'll
paragraph.
help as best I
we go
can.
through.
Yes,
Of course.
but
Oh, a
And-
study session. That sounds so delightful.
and that's probably when I'd bring up with Miss Ambrose if she mentions this whole contact Nyarlathotep Hotep spell. That's when I would bring up: is there a way to send him away in there as well?
Not that high soul.
Nope. That's
Sorry.
not how.
Oh, my
That is not
language.
how those
Pardon me.
things work.
No, so it wasn't summon; it was just contact.
Yeah.
All those you're just talking.
My character
to him.
doesn't understand any of this magic crap.
No, I know.
He knows one spell and he has never even tried to use it. Oh no. I maybe should.
Yeah, I was wondering if people were going to start using that or not.
I'm gonna mention that. I don't remember who all learned it, but I will
I
mention.
know
I'm pretty
I did.
certain
I know I
Edgeworth
did not.
I'm pretty certain Edgeworth did. It's like, would
I do.
the chant of Thoth be helpful?
Perhaps actually, that does give spend MP for. Is that a bonus die on knowledge rolls?
No, every magic point is +2 to your next knowledge roll. That
Plus
you do.
two.
It adds to your effective skill.
Yeah. You
So
have to have
that's-
at least one
that's
skill
the roll.
point placed in the skill to use it.
Yeah.
You can't just
It
use
won't
it for
tell you.
like Chinese. I have 0 in Chinese, but I want to know Chinese.
Okay, so
Yeah.
essentially for every MP I spend for the spell, my Latin would go up by 2.
For
That's
the
correct.
length of the time that you're using it for this certain project, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 10 magic points.
But remember, you can't take your magic points to 0. If you take your magic
can't
points
you?
to 0, you'll become unconscious and then you can't read.
Yeah, that would knock me out. I
You'll
remember
fall
that.
asleep essentially. So it makes it hard to read if you're asleep.
But I can't go
Yeah.
down to 1.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
go
you
for
can.
one.
That boosts me up to 48. Although, is the spell only limited to myself, or can someone else else cast it on me?
As far as you know, the version you have, it only affects the caster himself.
Right.
All right.
I don't know. We never thought to try to cast it on somebody else. But
Fair.
all
No.
it is like focusing yourself using a certain chant.
Yeah.
You can
Now, of course,
point at
it's also
somebody and say the chant and see what happens, but I don't think.
yeah. It's also possible, of course, if you've got your hands on something that provided additional magic points.
Very
to
true.
do that.
Okay. So,
Also
But
costs
at the
sanity,
moment, I don't think-
don't forget.
Yeah, it's a D3
Yeah,
Saturday
it's a
per caster.
D3.
Not a
after
lot.
we reunite,
Basically, all magic spells cost you sanity points
Yeah.
every time you use it.
after we reunite, okay, that's the question. So
Right now
the
we're
two
together. Breakfast. Yeah.
yeah, we're having breakfast. We're figuring out what we're
We've all
doing next.
thrown all the information to everybody. Everybody should have access to everything we've learned so far.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see if we can find the potential lover, because I feel like we need to understand what Driscoll was doing in there
If there is one.
specifically. If there is one,
Dr.
potential.
Keynes did not like Mr. Driscoll.
True.
But Sanderson,
And the
what's her
thing
name?
is,
What is
so
her
guys, those of you who spoke to the students, nobody ever mentioned it. So either
Mhm.
Keynes is lying, Payne's is just besmirching him, or he was very careful.
Or Keynes
Mhm.
was the lover.
Yeah.
He's trying to throw you off by giving you information.
About that.
That's
Well-
a terrible plan, actually. Never mind.
Miss Stevenson, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, she would potentially have an ear to the ground, and I did want to talk to her again. We also need to get access to the apartment once more to see if we can reach the mirror before the men come to pick it up. Yes,
What for?
I thought you wanted to break it.
Well, yeah, but your cousin has said that the mirror might be instrumental in driving off the thing.
That's true.
Or sending it
Well,
back. She wasn't sure. I mean, we've only given her a few hours. There's no reason to apologize. You have a few hours to pore over this thick book full of nothing but hieroglyphics.
And away with something useful already.
Yes.
Mhm.
But there's no need to apologize. I would like to break the mirror, but if the mirror might be helpful, then I guess we shouldn't. I
Mhm.
feel like someone's going to step out of it now. I'm very, very nervous about that.
Right.
Did the
Okay, in that case, perhaps we should focus on the Egypticus first.
Did you get all of Dr. Wibble's notes out of his apartment?
I remember grabbing a handful.
Yeah. How much did they get? Did they get most of them? Well, we think it's in the Egypticus, so probably the spell is in there. So at least.
Although the notes may point to the sections you need, or may fill in gaps.
But he's got those notes. He grabbed
Yes,
notes
he
out of
does.
the apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. The only place
I've got them back in my room, but I can hand them off to you for our study session.
Are they in
Study
Latin?
session.
The notes from his apartment?
Yeah.
No, those were in English shorthand.
Oh. Do you need any specific skill for that, or can you?
It just takes longer to puzzle it out because
Okay.
some of the abbreviations he uses are not self-evident.
Would we get an English language to make it faster, potentially?
That's
Okay.
An English skill would help there. Because he's using the
shit,
English
what was I gonna
language,
say?
but he's using abbreviations. He's shortening words. He'll use initials sometimes.
He did all the things in his apartment. The mirror and the casting and the dancing or whatever Mrs. Stevenson said that he was doing. So likely his notes were in the apartment. He wouldn't have left them in his office at the school. At least for this specific thing. So it makes sense that yes. Yeah, I'll help look through notes or read through this Egypticus, the Latin, if they're gonna, because I'm no good talking to people. So I should be just doing some study.
Oh, it looks like Sunday into Monday is going to be more of research.
Okay.
Sunday is a good day to do that because the town is pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I go to church.
Except in the afternoon where people are hitting the bowling green, bowl. There are people playing ball games, people bowling, people playing tennis. So in the afternoon, it can get loud. On the other hand, you can lock yourselves away, and get to work. Now, was someone going to go visit Mrs. Stevenson?
Yeah, who's going for that?
I would like to come with you, cousin.
I can't because I'm busy studying now.
No, you go.
No,
sure?
come with
It'll
me.
take
I
like
don't
an
know
hour.
this woman.
Yeah, it'll only take like an hour at most.
Okay,
it's like
then
a cut, and I'll look over the stuff while you're gone, and Baker can look over the notes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Baker
I'll
and I
hand
can
off
work
the
on that, and Illingsworth can get us drinks.
Excellent. I'll hand off the Egypticus and join on with my cousin and head over to the apartment where Mrs. Stevenson and the late Mr. Wibble lived.
Yep. Ambrose has not yet met Mrs. Stevenson. She is just past middle-aged, as prim and proper as one might encounter, and apparently spends most of her time either gossiping about the locals or not getting kicked out of Laughlin Hall. By the way, Laughlin Hall is a college residence. Her husband, Hadley Stevenson, has been dead for a decade, yet she still lives here. largely because they have been unable to get rid of her.
Why?
Which tells you something about who she is. Long story short, again, I simplify because this is gonna. She will talk. Boy, will she! She had not heard anything about Arthur Driscoll having some kind of lover among students. That she does not believe is true.
Mm.
She does believe that, in fact, he had a girlfriend.
Ooh.
So he does have a partner, but it is not a student.
Interesting.
As far as she knows, the girl he was seeing and the reason he kept it secret is because her father is apparently in Australia.
Oh.
And you can guess how he got there. And
I
her
see.
mother is widely
Transported.
believed to be a prostitute. In other words, the sort of girl who Arthur Driscoll's family would very, very, very much not approve of.
Mm.
Has she seen this girl? Do we know what she looks like?
She has not seen her. However, she does know that she calls herself Mary Castle. She's
Okay,
not sure
great.
if that's her real name or that's what she calls herself.
Mary Castle.
She's also heard it listed as Castle Rye. She doesn't know which one of those is correct.
Castle Ryan was the other one.
Castle Rye.
Rye.
Or,
Thank you.
yeah, Reigh at the end of the word
Oh.
castle.
I spelled that different. That's fine.
So she's pretty convinced that either Castle or Castle Rye is her name.
Okay. Great.
First name
Mhm.
apparently is Mary. And that's why Arthur Driscoll keeps that relationship secret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The scandal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, she will, of course, also want to hear about everything you guys have learned about Driscoll.
Ooh.
Which means you're paying for this in information of your own. So how Dean Barclay closed the Monmouth Hall down, how Driscoll was beaten to death,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. Yeah, she wants details.
I will.
Edgeworth has details on how he died.
I literally
Yep.
have the the autopsy.
No, you
Oh
don't.
my gosh.
partially memorized.
You don't have those notes. I took those notes from you, remember?
No, it
But you
said
read-
partially memorized.
Oh, yeah.
But you read them.
I was there. I took those
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah,
I
you
can
you
give
wrote
all
you
the
either
precise
read them or
details.
wrote them. So yeah, you can help with that.
Yeah, he wrote them.
Yeah. She also can tell you that she's convinced that someone was in Dr. Wibble's apartment Saturday night.
Oh.
She heard something moving or someone moving. She did not do or say anything.
Mm.
Was it a
And by the way, does
swathing?
either of you have any points in psychology?
Let me check.
I know.
No, sorry.
Unfortunately, I don't either.
Okay, so you're both welcome to make a roll if you like. Because there is something
Sure.
that odd. You've been lucky so far.
Yeah, hey.
Y'all are supposed to ask about Keen's, too, don't forget.
Yes. I will spend 3 points to turn my failure into a success.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Fucking 93. I don't think I'm gonna.
93 will not help, but
No.
a regular success will catch something here. Mrs.
I've spent
Stevens
some time with Miss
claims that
Stevens.
she heard someone moving around in Wibble's apartment. She did nothing. Back that up a moment. Mrs. Stevens heard someone moving around and didn't investigate or call somebody or stick her nose in. Yeah, no, she was afraid.
Oh.
She will not admit it, she cannot explain it. But what she heard or thought she heard in Wibble's apartment scared her to the point where she's like, you know what? Fuck it. Not my problem.
Almost as if it was instinctual. Something told her to not dig deeper.
Maybe the same feeling you got at Monmouth Hall the other day.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was never in Monmouth Hall.
Yep.
Didn't happen.
So-
Oh, no. lost
Because
Josh.
for somebody, we lost Josh for a moment.
There we go.
There we go.
Welcome
So
back.
that, like, if she didn't butt her nose into that, you know there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So good bet. That's what she heard last night in Wibble's apartment.
Alrighty. Make sure.
Something moving around with feet the size of dinner plates.
Mm-hmm.
As for what she knows about Lucian Keynes, this is colored by the fact that apparently Keynes and her late husband were apparently pretty friendly. And the downside of it is what she did not approve of that, because apparently Dr. Keynes introduced her late husband to sports, and she did not think that was appropriate. Like, it becomes clear that, among other things,
dare he?
Dr. Keynes took him to a boxing match, and she thought that was incredibly inappropriate. So she knows the two of them were friends. She doesn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Well, we know Keynes is a big fan of the sporting set.
Yep.
He likes horse racing and boxing and things like that.
Sure do.
And apparently he took Stevenson to a match or two, and Mrs. Stevenson thought that was incredibly inappropriate, and still holds a grudge.
I am just
12 years later.
I am just sort of like very coyly smiling at my cousin, not saying anything, but just like giving them the
How old is she?
slightest.
How's Miss Ambrose?
How old is Miss Ambrose?
That's such a good question.
She's in her 20s or something, right?
Yes, I'm definitely in my 20s.
Yeah, that's 12 years ago, Connor.
Yeah.
12 years
ago. She wasn't doing anything 12 years ago.
Yeah, no. Or at least she was not. If she was getting in a fight 12 years ago, it was a sibling.
Yeah,
it was with you. She was beating up you.
Yes.
And nobody else. Yeah. No.
I would like to point out that I am 4 years older than you, so I do like the idea of me being 14 being beaten up by a 10-year-old girl. That is amazing.
I like that.
It is accurate, I think.
You can push her around. No,
that
didn't work. In any case, she doesn't like Dr. Keynes.
I still have nightmares.
And she doesn't really have much to say about him, other than, of course, confirming what you already knew, and I'm not sure that Mr. Edgeworth knew, that Keynes is a devotee of sports, which may explain why he recognized Ambrose that other night.
Yeah.
Saw her at a match and went, oh, wait, how many women are there in this attending this match? That one. You are the list of women who were at that match.
Baker has been an attendee of sports for the last few months, too.
Yep.
So
for boxing and tennis, I think.
Yeah, and that would also have, I believe, something to do with is it Lewis? It's Lewis.
I'm just saying, Baker might have seen some things too. I don't know if you want to go that way or not.
Do I leave that up to a roll, or
that's up to you?
Would that be a luck roll, or?
Yeah, could make a luck roll if you want to have been present at such a thing at some point.
I'm trying to roll under my luck, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, yes, just barely. I won. It works.
Regular success?
Regular success.
Okay, in that case, you've probably seen Ms. Ambrose attending a match. So she was in the audience at a match. And there were very few women in the audience. So you recognize when you see her, here in person, like, wait, I've seen her somewhere before. Oh, right, she was at a boxing match you were at.
Do I remember if she was having
Little did you know she was scouting out competition.
Don't know if she was having a good time. You could ask her. But she was clearly, you remember seeing her in the audience while you were also in the audience.
All right.
You were not, you didn't come together, so you saw her, across the room. Thing is, there were very few women in the audience, so you remember seeing her because, that there were few women.
Kinda obvious.
Yeah. You sort of stick out a bit when there's not many women in the audience.
Yeah.
And then you see her again. Wait, I've seen her somewhere before. Oh, right. That's where.
Well, also because she's strikingly beautiful.
Yeah, obviously
just like
that's
my
why.
wife, who she strangely resembles.
Strangely identical to your wife.
There is a passing resemblance there, isn't there?
I would not say identical, but yeah, there is a strong resemblance, or at least a passing.
Maybe they're related.
Maybe.
So, Miss Ambrose, you must be a fan
If
of...
they're all royalty, they're all related at some point.
Yeah, they're not royalty. They're gentry,
Okay.
I think.
You must be fans of pugilists.
Oh, yes, quite. They're fascinating, aren't they?
This not at Miss Stevenson's place, I imagine.
Dinner, probably.
Just a dinner. Yep.
Because Josh didn't go. I'm sorry, Baker didn't go with the
Yeah,
Stevensons. No. He's with us, trying to piece together some stuff.
Yeah.
So Sunday into Monday. In other words, this is now the grueling work. This is the taking apart the Tutmos, deciphering the notes. This is the grueling, busy puzzle work, putting things together bit by bit.
Could I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we doing this?
Probably the best bet is at Trinity Hall Guesthouse, because Trinity Hall Guesthouse is intended for scholars, which means it has available study rooms.
Great.
So you can basically lock off a room and say, I need space to work where there's a desk and chairs, a fireplace, and writing materials, and things like that. You will get a couple of side-eye glances from Mr. Dale.
Yeah.
Mr. Dale is the keeper of Trinity Hall. Because Mr. Dale is uncertain whether a scholarly facility should admit women.
Figured.
This is a facility for scholarship and research, and he's not sure that it is appropriate for a woman to be here. On the other hand...
I'm just here to support my cousin.
Yeah.
Turn on the water.
Because... yeah, that's probably not going to help.
Mr. Dale, I have a job for you.
The point is, you've been here long enough, he's going to let it slide.
Yeah.
But you may need, if you want your presence here to not be known, you may need to make sure that he doesn't go blabbing about. In case you care about something.
I can talk to him. I can talk to him and persuade him to...
a persuade roll would be helpful there.
Money would probably do the same thing.
If you care.
Probably would, but I prefer to use my... Oh, no, I didn't persuade him for shit. It's not an extreme failure, but I failed.
He may have told people about that. I don't know if it matters.
Right.
As in, if you're worried that people know that you are working on something. It also has a positive, though.
Yeah.
Because it's on Monday that some of the other people involved in the will begin to show up.
I was just about to ask Mr. Dale.
Which means they also know where you are. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's okay. Monday.
Kind of a win.
So what starts as is this a problem turns into actually at the moment it's not just not a problem, it's actually helpful.
Hell yeah.
They don't have to go searching around to figure out where you are.
Great.
Who?
In particular, the first to arrive is Howard.
Rourke
Howard. Yeah. Who arrives Monday around midday. Now, the flip side of this is he shows up kind of unannounced, which is to say you guys are working around midday on Monday when one of the houseboys comes in to tell you that a Mr. Howard is downstairs calling for you.
All right, I'll go talk to him.
So sort of catches, like, it's a good thing people can't just walk right in, or else he would have seen what you were working on. But of
who
course, that's not
cares?
how this works. There's a system for this.
Yes, I'll go see
Uh,
him. I know Howard slightly. Um, yeah.
yep. So you'll find out, he's arrived for the will reading.
I'll go down and chat with him.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. He has no idea what's the what here. He can tell you that he spoke with Dr. Tremont, and he knows Dr. Tremont is shortly behind him.
Oh yeah, Tremont's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, William Tremont. Okay, I know him too.
Yeah.
Vincent Phillips is the one I really did not know very well.
Yeah, you got Phillips and Coldwell are the other two.
And I knew Coldwell enough.
Yeah, Vincent Phillips is the one. He was 2 years ahead of you. You know nothing about him really.
I'm going to basically fill in Howard. Tremont's following him. He knows Tremont's on his way. Then basically.
Yeah, but he told Tremont he was leaving, and Tremont told him, "I'm basically putting some things in order and then planning to head for Canada." So he's not sure exactly when Tremont is leaving, but he wouldn't be surprised if Tremont arrives later today.
Dr. Wibble, you got the letter with the strange writing on it that you couldn't read, correct?
Yeah. Do you mind, he says, if we take this conversation somewhere that's not the lobby?
Oh, sure, of course.
You have a room?
Yeah, I'll
perhaps?
take him up to my room.
Okay.
And I'll send a boy for some brandy and that kind of thing, and we'll sit. And...
So your room, not the study space.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him know that from what I could learn, Dr. Wibble has bequeathed us some certain things. I don't know what exactly. The sister has not said. There's also supposed to be a man named Mr. Nyalat Hotep. You haven't heard of him, have you? Who's supposed to also, Dr. Wibble's asked him to give us each a gift of some kind. Very strange, man. I feel I've done a little research on this Mr. Nyalat Hotep, and from my understanding, he's a very dangerous man who is a killer of some kind. I'm not sure. Definitely a very dangerous man.
Legitimately not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He remembers what he can tell you, and again, I simplify a lot because these conversations will drag on a bit.
Yeah.
While others are working. Yeah, well, of course. Is that he does remember Dr. Wibble meeting with a man he thought was Egyptian?
Oh, yeah, that could be him.
At one point.
Did you see this man?
Only indirectly. Like, he saw him coming from the office.
Yeah, in the distance, whatever.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, come on, anything strange ever happen around you when you were working for Dr. Wibble?
This is where you will need either a persuade or reassure roll to get either of these guys, because it's true, Tremont will arrive.
Not Tremont. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Howard.
Howard first, and then Tremont will arrive later in the day, and likewise call on you guys.
Okay,
you'll need either a persuade or reassure roll to get them to talk about whatever they might have experienced.
All right, let's go.
Let's
My
go.
big 10%. We'll try persuade. I'm aiming for persuade.
Yep.
95. That's not a crit fail, but it is a fail.
So close.
They're not talking.
How about, can I tell he's hiding something?
Psychology will tell you that.
That's a better chance.
Yep.
90. That's a fail as well. I'm not sure if anything actually happened to him, but I'm guessing it. See, thanks guys for all those O2s y'all been rolling. Leaving me with the 90s. You sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I really am unsure if anything happened with him with Wibble. In any case, okay. So small talk, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And the process will repeat with Dr. Tremont.
Okay.
Who arrives.
Let's try the
later in the day. Once again, you're welcome to a persuade roll.
Yeah. 31's a fail. And the psychology 66. That's also a fail. I got a 57.
Yeah, can't tell.
So that would cost me 11 points of luck. All right. Yeah, we'll do the 11 points just so I can. No, no, no. I'm pretty certain that something weird happened with them, but I just can't get a good read on either of these guys. Um,
Okay.
but again, I tell Tremont the same thing. Mr. Nyarlathotep, and I asked him if he knew anything about Mr. Nyarlathotep.
He
Nothing.
did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
And apparently this man's very dangerous. And Wibble, he's supposed to bring us some kind of a gift.
That's what he was led to believe as well, that Wibble's will included a gift of some kind.
I'm
He's
pushing
unsure what it is.
the point that this man is extremely dangerous, I think, from what little I could learn.
They're okay with that, but
there's also been a murder in Monmouth Hall, by the way. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that they did not know, and so now they'll begin digging into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him, give him the details.
Okay.
I will tell him exactly how that fellow died, each of them that I performed the first examination, and it looked like some kind of animal that I can't identify got to them.
Now, did you do anything about the mirror on Monday? No, I don't think you did.
No, because part of us, we kind of think the mirror might be useful dealing with this thing.
So on Monday, in fact, and you can talk to Mrs. Stevenson later in the day.
Oh, God. Okay.
On Monday, in fact, 2 workmen came, wrapped the mirror to cushion it, and used a cart to move it to Monmouth Hall.
And they lived.
And they were able to take it out with no problems.
She saw them. Well, she saw them struggling with it. Apparently, it was heavier than it looked. The way she tells it, they were 2 big, strong men, and it took significant effort on their part to get it down the stairs and out the door, and into the cart. Like, they apparently were taken aback a bit by how heavy. They didn't think it would be that heavy.
It looked like it was
2 of them.
What did it look like it's made of? Does it look like it's made of wood?
The frame was metal, probably some kind of silver.
Silver.
Or maybe like an iron chased in silver. And the mirror itself is made of what looks like obsidian glass.
Okay. What about there's a frame, but it's a freestanding mirror, right? So it's got some kind of a base. Is that all metal?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is designed to stand on the floor.
Right.
So the 2 workmen expected it to be heavy, but apparently they're not expected to be that heavy.
Oh, God. Okay.
So it took 2 strong men to muscle it down the stairs. And all the effort, took a lot of effort on their part to muscle it down the stairs and into a cart.
But we don't hear about any more killings in Monmouth Hall of 2 workmen or anything like that. Okay.
Nope. Monday turns to Tuesday, and apparently no workmen have been murdered.
That's at least good.
Sign, I guess.
Yeah.
Although you will learn from Dean Barclay that they have opened Monmouth Hall again, although the chamber has been locked to avoid people basically messing with the mirror.
Okay. Have we learned anything by Tuesday from Wibble's notes?
That's where an English roll will be helpful.
Okay.
For whoever's doing that.
Squad.
Could all of us be doing it? I mean, can we be taking turns looking at this thing?
Well, there'll be time for basically 1 person each day to go at it. So 1 person Monday, 1 person Tuesday.
We started Sunday, though. Didn't we?
And
Nope, you're right.
No, you started Monday.
Monday.
So 1 person to make a roll on Monday.
Okay.
If you succeed there, then you've got it. Otherwise, someone to make a roll on Tuesday. It can be the same person each day, or it can be a different person.
Who wants to go? Who wants to roll?
What's the stat?
I can roll.
Yeah,
I can
English.
roll.
Language
English is what we're using. Yeah, to make sense of Wibble's shorthand.
Which should be equal to your education.
It should be your language own, right? Which would be
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So. And I got a hard success.
Damn.
Very nice.
Okay, good.
Well, while they're working on the Latin, and the
I know
hieroglyphs,
the English language really well.
Yep. You're working on the way Wibble's system of notation works, how he uses abbreviations. That also points you to things like sections in the Oedipus. In other words, now you're putting more of this together.
No, sections in the other one, the proclamations.
No, remember, he only had the proclamations
that's
briefly.
right. Okay, so that's
It's
right.
the Oedipus Egypticus he worked very heavily with. There's also references to a text you do not have, It takes a while to figure out that one of his abbreviations refers to something called the Bambara tablet, or the Bambara stela, which you will learn from the librarians apparently is held at the Vatican. And, well, Kirchner, the author of the Oedipus, made use of the Bambara stela as part of his translation work. So there's no way to access that at this point.
No.
But it's clear that Wibble sought access to it.
He went to Italy?
No, he never had a chance to.
Okay.
He wanted to.
Okay.
He wanted to see that, but never had an opportunity to do so. As it apparently is held in the Vatican, and from one of the librarians can tell you, that may or may not be true because there's a rumor that it was stolen.
And it's
That
in
someone-
his office.
That nobody knows where it is at present. No, if Wibble had it, that would be kind of a big deal.
Nobody would know. His office is a mess.
This is also true.
Okay, Latin. How about the Latin?
Well, that's in the Oedipus.
Do we get
Remember, the Oedipus text is in Latin.
right?
You've already worked through that. So by Tuesday,
Okay.
you've got a good sense of the whole of the picture. So what you've got now is, first off, as you've already worked out, now you have, by Tuesday, you have Wibble's variant of Contact Nyarlathotep.
Okay.
Ooh.
It involves the use of the mirror. It probably involves a bunch of the glyphs you saw in his apartment.
Okay. This felt important, but I don't know why.
Yeah, well, the point is now you can put the two versions essentially side by side.
Mm-hmm. What did he do
And
wrong?
oh, he didn't do anything wrong. His version of the spell is intended not to bring Nyarlathotep to you, but to bring you to him.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay.
In other words, he's actually dead.
Well, no, yeah, duh. Yeah, no, I figured he was dead. But I guess
So
my question for our occult scholars is, why did something come through when he went? I mean, is there anything in the spell that indicates?
From the bout of, was it the bout of madness, or we came to a realization, I believe, in the last session
You
that
did. It was your bout of
Yeah.
madness.
it was my bout of
The
madness.
last time that we were in Wibble's, no, the next to last time we were in Wibble's office when you started spouting
That-
Egyptian.
The process was essentially the thing that let the creature into our reality was essentially a side effect of him opening up the hole. It's it's probably, or my theory would be that his clumsy attempt at this spell had just basically punched a hole in reality that was big enough for the monster to come through, whereas the contact spell would be more akin to like a pinprick. He basically drove a garbage truck through the veil.
I have another question. He cast the spell in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my theory.
Why is the thing in his office?
It might not be. It might be more that it's connected to Wibble in a sort of quasi, in more of a quasi like tangential way. Like it's more connected to him than it is the physical location where he opened the portal. I mean, he spent an inordinate amount of time in his office, or it could be that there's an artifact in there that's pulling its attention that we just haven't. Wait, isn't there?
There's a
pillar.
Tetmos bust. There's
Yes,
the piece of
there's
parchment that was on the wall that was framed.
The-
What
the
else was in the
Tetmos
front
bust,
office, Kevin?
There was a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, there wasn't. There
Yeah.
wasn't a whole lot of things in the front office. There was like 4 or 5 things in the front office.
Yeah,
and then
but
all of his
and
books
then
and
there was
notes.
in his library there was even more.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
not just the books, but there were assorted artifacts. And now, of
It
course,
could
the
be-
whole thing's a mess.
Yeah,
Could
yeah,
be an
it's just
artifact.
piled
Could
up.
be an artifact. Essentially, when I'm going on the loose tangents of thoughts coming to the crazed mind of my.
Yeah.
But like something has clearly pulled its attention there, whether it be Wibble or something that Wibble had in his possession before he died.
Yeah.
That or
Incidentally, oh, sorry, go.
there you go.
I was going to say,
Who's
if
to
you want
say
a variant of it, you might refer to Wibble's version as, say, casting out the ba. In
casting
other
out the
words,
box?
Separating your soul
The soul.
and throwing it out into space, as it were.
Throwing it at
Could
Neural at
be,
Hopetep, hoping he catches it when it crosses first base.
one would hope. Could also be that the mirror wasn't the only attempt. If Wibble's been working on the spell for a while, he might have accidentally opened up another hole. Who's to say there's not multiple creatures?
It's a terrifying
You
thought.
felt something in his home. We
Yes.
all felt something, except for Miss Ambrose, who's been spared that horror so far. Something in his office, but only when we entered his office. What happens Saturday if that thing is still on the loose?
Excellent question.
Saturday, I assume we come to a reckoning if we are not able to find a way to expel it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping we would find. Okay.
Now,
But
to take that bout of madness for a moment, worth pointing out here, if what Wibble did was essentially casting out the ba, remember in that bout of madness you experienced the thing as Apep,
mhm,
the devourer.
Eats
And
boss.
remember how in Wibble's notes he talks about the violation of Mott.
If you
Maybe
violate
it's
Mott,
less.
you get eaten.
Well,
by
maybe
Apep.
it's less a hole in reality, and the fact that he found a way to violate the principle of Mott. And it's not that he left a hole, as it appears to be, but he actually called forth the Apep being to avenge the destruction of Mott. In other words, did he call that thing on purpose?
We didn't think so initially.
No,
We
we
thought it
initially
was
thought
a mistake on his part.
Yeah, but now we have to entertain the possibility that if he deliberately pissed on the principle of Ma'at, that thing would manifest, and he knew it.
For how long?
why would he want essentially a beast to be wandering around?
So it wouldn't follow him.
Mm,
Oh, you're suggesting that
He
it would
kicked it
hunt
out
him.
of where it's supposed to be to judge him, so he could slip by.
Oh,
If he
so
brought
the
it here on
guard,
purpose.
he left the guard dog on the other side of the fence.
Yes, and he slammed the
in
fence and
essence,
ran for the pass towards Nyalat Hotel.
yeah.
That's just
But he
my
left you.
guess. From
But he left you. But he left you a gift.
who, me?
All of you. He left.
Supposedly.
So but that would actually be a sensible reading of it. That if that thing manifests as Apep, or the Egyptians understood it as such, then yeah, it's essentially he put the guard dog on the other side of the fence so that he could do a thing that the creature would have stopped him from
How
if
do
it
we
was where it belonged.
send it back? How do we send
That
it back?
Is
God,
that-
still the issue.
Sounds like
What?
Well,
Baker?
there is one obvious way to do it.
How does if he's trying to get across this metaphorical fence, and does he plan on coming back across that fence when he's done?
That's the question.
I don't know. From the sound of it, he gets to go on, doesn't get punished, and he goes someplace where he gets. Didn't we figure out he goes someplace? He's trying to go someplace where he gets information, like, and learning
described
and
it as
eternal life after death and all this jazz.
Yeah, he described it as passing the field of reeds.
Yes, passing the field of reeds.
To go to a place better
don't-
than that,
Yeah, I
where
don't think
he
he's
would
coming
have
back.
immortality.
Right.
He would have an eternal afterlife of perfect knowledge and beauty and all those kind of cool things.
I don't think he was
In
planning
theory.
on coming back initially. If it's not good on the other side, then who knows?
Also, he's dead, so I don't think coming back is really a valid option.
Yeah.
Him going isn't a valid option. I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore.
Oh, no, but the thing I was going to point out, and we should probably wrap things up on, say, this note, is there is, after all of this, working all of this, and by Wednesday, it's become clear there is one distinct possibility for how to get a pet back. All you have to do is violate Mott and die.
Oh,
Don't super want to do
That's
that.
all you have to do, huh?
To conquer death, you only have to die.
And that'll send a pep. You think that will send a pep back.
If pursuing one of your Ba, the problem, of course, is that you'd be dead. So maybe there's a better option.
Is there a better option, Edgeworth?
That's kind of the problem we're stuck with. So you have an option, but it's not a good one.
definitely not.
And by Wednesday, you've got Thursday, Friday, you've got 3
3
days to
days.
work out a better option.
Oh, the creature
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
God damn it. If we could just not do it in Monmouth Hall, that would be
I
something.
mean, if we could find a way to open the gate back up in the metaphor, if we found a way to open up the gate, wouldn't the guard dog want to return to the other
All
side?
we have are these books. If it doesn't tell us how to do it, and the only thing that he told us how to do was kill yourself and send yourself to the other side. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's all we've been able to find.
Oh, it's worth pointing out that his variant of the contact spell, casting the Ba, will make you die.
Right, because you're basically kicking your soul out of your body.
Which explains, remember how they found him?
Yeah, he was just drop dead. Baker, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Have we tried looking into spiritual projection?
What?
Ooh.
We haven't tried that one yet.
I'm spitballing here.
What is spiritual projection?
It's a more it's an odd belief that if sometimes in dreams or in near-death experiences, people say that they can see their bodies like in their bedrooms as they float above them. I'm only suggesting it because
Failed my occult check. Don't know what he's talking about.
it sounds like your soul is out of your body.
So you're.
This is all hypothetical. I have never practiced it or even really tried it. I'm just trying to think of any possible way.
It's like a medium.
So we don't have to kill a person.
Is this like a medium? Like spiritualism? I'm not familiar with anything you're talking about. Oh, he's so angry he left. Yeah, fuck you. You don't know. I'm out of here.
He's back.
Why is it continuing?
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
There's a spiritual practice, and I've never attempted it. I'm just trying to think of ways to not kill somebody.
Well, we're not going to kill anyone. If someone casts Dr. Wibble's spell, they're killing themselves.
Yes, there is that problem.
With the 55 in occult, could I perchance have any grounding in what Baker's describing?
You're welcome to make an occult roll. Yeah.
I failed mine. I've never heard of any of this before. Oh, Rose might know. She reads some
A
strange...
91, actually. We got all the good rolls out early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
apparently,
sorry.
Yeah, we got screwed, Edgeworth. Okay.
But
essentially,
you're describing, Baker, the casting out of the Ba.
Yeah.
But in such a way as to not kill herself in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are in a sense tethered to your body.
Our soul.
I hope so. I hope in a way since you're only dreaming or in a coma or that you can find your way back to your body.
But the only plan we have now that we can actually act upon is using Dr. Wibble's spell to send
Yes.
our soul and hope that the thing follows it. But that the thing will follow it back to where it belongs.
Yeah.
But I should remind you here, a little issue. The cost of casting Contact Nyarlathotep is the permanent sacrifice of power.
Mm-hmm.
The cost of casting Cast Out the Ba is you die.
Yeah. Okay.
By definition, the magician dies in this spell.
Right. Yeah. You leave.
Perhaps,
And what if Apep
Yeah.
catches your ba and eats it?
What
Then
if-
you're
Then you're
probably
totally
fucked
destroyed.
6 ways. Yeah, you're probably
okay.
fucked completely.
Oh boy.
what if
God
the
damn it,
creature would? What if we're overcomplicating this? What if the true casting the spell would attract the creature in a similar way, and it would chase after essentially
You
the
mean
spell itself?
contact Nyarlathotep?
Yes.
But that doesn't work the way this spell. Wibble spell sends his ba into the
Yeah, no,
afterlife.
I think what he's saying is if you cast Contact Nyarlathotep, will the Apep creature
Try to eat Nyarlathotep.
or be attracted to it and show up?
Yeah.
Could
Perhaps
you turn one being against another?
You've told us about
Exactly.
this fellow. He sounds
Wait.
terrifying.
Yes.
He would be much in the categorization of whatever this is, this hierarchy of demons that we've stumbled upon. I think that perhaps sending the guard dog healing toward what would be a master could potentially solve the problem. After all, this Nyarlathotep is coming.
You know how to cast that spell?
My cousin does.
Yeah.
He does that.
Okay, you guys know. Oh.
I learned magic in a couple hours. It's very impressive.
Wait, how long? Well, okay. So, Dr. Payne wants to know how long it takes. What kind of? Is it something that could be done? And do you think this would actually work, Edgeworth?
Well, here's the thing: with what you've got, you dug into the Tutmost proclamation and dug this spell out. In other words, it was for you weirdly intuitive. Like that's part of the sanity cost.
Yeah.
Is the fact that like it made sense in ways that you're reading this going, oh, I get that. Wait, I get what? You can do this anywhere, at any time. Generally speaking, the more people you have, the more likely it is to succeed.
We all have to give of ourselves, right? Like magic
It will.
points or something.
The caster will sacrifice 5 points of power permanently. So it is
That's
a
not too
permanent
bad.
sacrifice for each casting.
But
Am
then,
I able to teach you guys?
I don't want to know that. I don't
Oh,
wanna-
never mind. I'm sorry.
It'll probably be a lot harder to teach than it was because it was intuitive for you
Yeah.
as you read through the hieroglyphs and they started to make sense in ways they shouldn't. You'd have to explain the hieroglyphs to the others.
That book wanted you to know how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad way to put it.
Uh-huh.
Horrifying. But we can still assist you. You would just pay the cost.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
that's fine.
you would have to pay the cost
Okay, great.
and make the
I'm fine with
appropriate
that.
roll. Yeah. Also, it's not
Maybe
guaranteed.
that's where the
to-
mirror comes into play. If we cast that spell in presence of the mirror, if that creature is attracted to the spell, maybe the mirror somehow will get it to go to its side of the fence.
No, her spell doesn't use the mirror. Wibble's spell uses
Right.
the mirror.
Right,
Yeah.
but if it's attracted to the fact of her casting the spell, and the mirror is how it got here in the first place, maybe the mirror is what's needed for it to go back to where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
We'd have to gain access to the chamber. To use the mirror.
It's close to the general public. We could probably.
Hold on. One thing. If we do contact this Mr. Nyarlathotep, and he shows up as well, doesn't he? Or he talks to you? Or What
Oh,
happens
yes,
if
I
you
think
cast
just
this
talk
spell?
to me.
What happens exactly? Does it say?
If this being decides to, and you can't compel it,
Yeah.
it will manifest and appear and
Oh,
Does it
interact
say?
with you.
Does it say anything
what?
about it
Doesn't There's
appearing
no
in a?
specification as to how it will do that.
It doesn't say it'll appear in a pleasant form or anything like that.
No, no,
No,
no guide to
no.
that at all. Nothing about what it'll look like, what form it'll take, how it will appear, how long it will remain, what it'll do or say.
Right, right. Those of you who know Doctor Payne, who've known him this whole time, know that he is much more nervous than he used to be. So, just
Yeah, well,
FYI. Well,
that's
my sanity's at less than half of its start, so
yeah.
Dang.
And an
so
encounter with
he's very
Nyarlathotep would
nervous about
probably
dealing with this fellow.
an encounter with Nyarlathotep would probably push you straight over the edge.
That's what I'm afraid of. Well, I mean, if he shows up as
Yeah.
just a swarthy Egyptian fellow in a nice gold suit, it'd be like, oh.
Well,
But is that what
there's
he
sanity loss
is?
involved. There's sanity loss
I know.
involved in encountering him. The amount depends on the form it
Right,
takes.
right. And he might not have a pleasant form. He might have some hideous, mind-boggling and destructive
Depending, well,
things.
we know he has at least one human form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
that's
appeared as
comforting.
a human. Yeah, he appeared as a human. So from our perspective, there's a good chance he might just show up in like a suit as a dude.
He's showing up Saturday.
He's showing up
Or
Saturday.
alternatively, you could wait for Saturday, I suppose. And
Alternative,
There's much to
Just
think about.
because he takes mortal form doesn't mean he'll be mortal.
exactly.
there's that too.
We can hope.
Yes, I don't expect him to be mortal. But if he doesn't terrify me to death, that would be nice.
Well,
I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks. Ooh.
yes. Yeah, because
If
it's about
people
11
can make
o'clock, and that seems like a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Oh my god.
I'm glad we were able to get some game in.
We got some
what is-
answers. We got a lot of good answers tonight. Even though I
Yeah,
didn't
you
like
did good.
I didn't like any of them.
Well, that's no surprise.
I was hoping for some kind of way to get rid of APEP.
I think we've got some theories.
The
Yep.
16th is Down Darker Trails.
Alrighty.
Is the 23rd doable?
Probably.
Could work for me.
Currently, yes.
At 8?
Let me pull up the calendar here.
Okay.
There it is. 23rd, I believe so.
Hey, nobody died this time. Yay!
This is
Yay!
true.
Nobody went crazy
Okay.
seeing a monster that we can't see.
Okay, so I'm putting that in for the 23rd at 8 o'clock.
Okay. That's what I've got.
If I'm working more games, I'll let you know. The thing is that we're down on guys, and I'm taking a couple of weekends off to go play, and then I've got Gen Con in a couple of weeks. So
When's
Yeah,
Gen Con?
taking the next first
Yes.
weekend of August.
Okay. Oh, that's
So
on
the
that's
23rd
mostly
will
on a
work.
weekend. Okay.
Yeah, but we're
30th
leaving
won't.
on Wednesday. So the
Oh, you're
30th, I believe, is when we're leaving.
Okay.
The Gen Con week will be the middle week. I will not be around if we want to do Down Darker Trails. Then I will not be around for that.
Okay.
Because
We'll see where we are.
We're at Gen Con Thursday through Sunday, so we usually, because of the length of the drive, we usually leave on Wednesday,
Right.
drive most of the distance, and stay over so we can arrive early on Thursday.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay, so I might try to run something else on that Wednesday. If, depending upon where we are in Down Darker Trails, if we're at a place that it doesn't matter much, if you guys actually deal with the Wizard Wilkes next week, then we'll be at a place where other things might be happening, but it might not be necessary for Shader to be there. And if we're still at a place where I think Shader would really be helpful or useful, I might try to run something else. I've been thinking about finding a nice short Call of Cthulhu scenario, getting it prepped, having it set aside, so that if we have a week that I'm not running and I can't get enough people together to try a playtest game, then I can run Call of Cthulhu with one other person. I
Mhm.
can murder your NPC one-shot ass, Aaron, and you'll love it.
Yeah.
Or whoever, So
Okay.
You can always run one of the things Graham made and I illustrated.
I don't know if I own any of those. Oh, that's a question, Kevin. Real quick,
Yes.
you published the Impossible Chamber. Are there any
Yes.
historical people statted out in that, real or fictional? Huck
Um.
Finn, Huck Finn or Mark Twain is basically what I'm trying to get.
No, I
Okay,
believe those
I didn't.
people. They're some of them are sort of leaning into that, but they're not historical people.
Okay, because I looked through it and I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check with you. Same with you, Graham. I don't know. Do you have any historical or like famous fictional people in any of your um, Miskatonic repository scenarios?
Let me think. Not in not in the three that I published. No.
Okay, so I don't need to try to get a hold of copies of those, because I've been asking people if you've got any, send me a copy. Give you inform. I will. We'll put it on the list. I'm gonna try to publish the list. I'll send you a free copy of the list. Blah 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 blah. Um, I'm into my PDFs now, and the Miskatonic repository and some of the others. I must have thousands of fucking PDFs of various scenarios, supplements, and all this other crap. Some of
Mhm.
which were put out like in the early 2000s. Just people just throw them up online, and I'd find them and be like, oh yeah, I'll use that possibly someday.
Okay.
So,
Oh, on that subject, then, if
mhm,
you do want to run a one-on-one,
mhm.
I haven't play tested it yet, or set it to, intended for publication. I do have another completed one-player scenario.
Oh, just a one-on-one. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's called White Line Fever.
mhm.
The player character is a truck driver.
That's kind of awesome, actually. I have some
Right? It's
1/50th scale trucks, tractor trailer rigs, because I was planning somewhere
Oh,
down the line of doing some kind of like convoy
Yeah, and of course
scenario.
it's set in the '70s because
Yeah,
that's when truckers were cool,
yeah.
and it
Eastbound
takes advantage of the
and
fact that
I was gonna say,
it's set on Interstate 88,
where's
and takes advantage of the fact that the interstate at that point started from Albany. I-88
mhm.
is a weird road in that it's an interstate, but it never leaves New York. It connects
Okay.
Binghamton to Albany.
Oh, that's
Well, it
right.
was
Because they go up, the numbers go up, don't they?
well,
And that's
it's
as far
yeah,
as it
they
can
do.
go before it hits
No, it
fucking.
was no.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
it was just a political boondoggle.
Okay. All right.
Now, apparently, Nelson Rockefeller wanted to build the road and didn't want the state to pay for it, so he pulled a few strings in Congress and had it designated as an interstate.
Oh, so the federal government
So
paid for it.
it connects basically one terminus is at I-90 near Albany. The
Hmm.
other is at State 17 at Binghamton.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
at the time of the scenario, the road wasn't finished, so
Okay.
you could not. The road terminated at what's now exit 4 at, I think, Harpersville and Nineveh. So you had
Okay.
to take State 7 to get to Binghamton.
Okay. So you
So
got to get off the interstate.
yeah. So the character is a truck driver who's at the end of their run, like 20 odd hours into the drive, high on amphetamines, and
Uh,
trying to reach Binghamton before sleeping.
okay. Yeah. If you want
Because
to
it's
send it to me, if
the
I get a
70s
chance,
and
I
everybody
can
is,
run it.
yeah,
I'll run
yeah,
it for
I'll
somebody
do
if I
that.
have like I said, like a
I,
Wednesday that we're not playing, because I missed doing something last week, and
yeah,
this
I
list
wouldn't
is
mind
wearing me out.
I certainly wouldn't mind getting another play test in.
Yeah,
So yeah, let me
find
figure
a
out
way to
what I
get
did
it
with
to
it.
me, and at least I'll see about getting that done at some point.
Yeah, let me figure out what I did with it.
Okay,
But
no problem.
all right,
All right, so that's it. So we're gonna end the stream at least.
okay,
Good game. This was interesting.
very good.
well done, guys.
We never get enough information.
Absolutely.
I need more information.
Yeah,
Good night,
yeah,
Josh.
Oh, Josh is gone.
yeah.
Bye. All right, so bye
Okay.
everybody. Bye. Everybody say
Good night,
bye.
See
Bye.
Josh.
everybody
Bye.
in 2 weeks' time.